Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta sa inyong lahat? So how does a game go from a turbulent launch to becoming one of the most beloved gacha in recent memory? Wuthering Waves didn't just recover, it rebounded with so much force that it buried any talk of an early shutdown and steadily transformed itself into a major player in the genre. Whether you love it already or are still warming up to it, there's no denying that over the course of a year, it climbed the ranks and now stands shoulder to shoulder with the titans of the gacha scene. Let's talk about marketing. When the game launched last year, live version broadcasts weren't a thing yet. While other games hype us up with insane trailers, WUWA settled with dev notes explaining what's coming in the next patch. That's it. Very one-dimensional, but it's a build-up. With 10-cent marketing money, the devs were able to improve on their marketing starting in version 1.3. The amount of marketing got us wanting Shorekeeper. Then, before Renacita launched, Kuro ramped up marketing some more by increasing their drip marketing efforts. The crazy thing is, they actually backed it up. Renacita opened the floodgates with insane environments, better music, incredible stories, and mini-game mechanics including the crazy flight system. The hype is real. Content creators began joining the WUWA scene in droves, which is always a good sign of success. Once the content creators start promoting the game, not the ones who just gaslight drama, now we are talking. As other games struggle to keep their creators from jumping to the WUWA bandwagon, WUWA continues to deliver enhancements and a more engaging combat system. Then you have the hate from Hoyo Shields. There were the calls for EOS, or what about the gacha revenue drama? Then, the amount of hate from gacha gaming and Pridewin. The Hoyo Shields mass reported Cantarella's design bumping the age rating of the game to 16 and up for a bit of time. At that same time, they also attacked some content creators with mass reporting to discourage talking about the game. Finally, the server attack a couple of weeks ago. All of these actions didn't yield the result the haters wanted. Instead, it only helped get the game talked about even more. And then let's pivot a little bit to metrics. The game is growing, we shout. And it is. But growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. The gacha scene is in overdrive. Ananta, Silver Palace, Enfield, they're multiplying like gacha-themed multiverse variants. What sets Wuthering Waves apart is that it's not just riding the updraft, it's leading the charge, setting the tempo of an industry-wide arms race where success is measured in weekly updates, viral drip campaigns, and unapologetic ambition. Let's talk about commitments. Game first and gacha second isn't just a mantra, it's a commitment Wuthering Waves has consistently delivered on. WUWA has opted to focus on rich gameplay, frequent enhancements, and meaningful quality of life improvements. Meanwhile, Genshin has only recently added artifacts loadouts after 5 long years. We're living in an age where games offer cinematic filters and instant replays, and it took that long just to implement something so foundational, so bare minimum. It's not about being the first to innovate. It's about not dragging your feet when players are asking for the basics. And with great design comes recognition. Jeff Keighley, the face of global gaming showcases like the Game Awards and Summer Game Fest, personally dropped Cartitia's gameplay teaser. That's huge, not because of the leak, but because it signals something bigger. Wuthering Waves isn't chasing validation anymore. It's commanding attention. A game once whispered about in end-of-service threads is now racking up millions of views and millions more dropped jaws. Wuthering Waves may not have headlined Summer Game Fest, but its presence wasn't a mere courtesy. This is a game the organizers want on stage. They see the growth, they see the momentum, and more importantly, they see a future that WUWA is actively shaping. But here's where Wuthering Waves truly begins to outshine the competition. Kuro has cracked the code on how to generate real, lasting hype, not just through Resonator drip videos, but through emotional storytelling and compelling character design. We've witnessed Cartithia's unwavering heroism in her story cinematics, and we've seen drip clips that blend hand drawn artistry with in game visuals, elevating the emotional weight for each of these new resonators. But the brilliance doesn't stop at visual spectacle. Kuro understands characters. Brant isn't just another comic relief. He's a Robin Hood type character with integrity, fighting for justice. Sunny isn't just tough, she's exhausted, overstimulated, overcaffeinated, and painfully human. Phoebe may be wide eyed and optimistic, but she stumbles with her naivete. And then Cartithia, beneath her childlike demeanor, is a courageous crusader. These aren't just units to roll for, they're people, flawed and fascinating. WUWA's cast doesn't feel manufactured, they feel familiar. And that relatability turns hype into something much deeper: emotional investment. Let us also appreciate how Wuthering Waves has managed to maintain a healthy balance in its gameplay. Power creep, often the bane of live service games, has been kept in check. Rather than raw stat inflation, the evolution here leans towards faster animations, larger AoEs, and more dynamic combat pacing. This design choice allows older units to remain competitive and relevant. Take Gian, for instance. He still shines in events like WUWA, where resonators are thrown against waves of enemies. Even in game modes like Tower of Fantasy, older characters find meaningful utility. What's even more commendable is how the game has addressed negative status mechanics. By not over rewarding debuff based gimmicks, it keeps the playing field level and ensures all characters, regardless of niche, have their moment to contribute. And finally, let's talk monetization. Wuthering Waves offers one of the fairest systems I've seen in any gacha game. A low hard pity of 80 and frequent event rewards give free-to-play players a real shot at building competitive teams. Sure, there have been concerns. Too many 5-star limiteds in this arc, a lack of 4-star diversity in 2.x, pricey skins like Changli's and Carlotta's, and no free 5 stars on the anniversary. But the game has largely kept things in check. Even with growing banner frequency and rising expectations, WUWA hasn't crossed into true predatory territory. It's still generous, just under heavier scrutiny right now. And yes, it's a business. The developers need to make money, but so far, they've shown that profits don't have to come at the cost of player goodwill. If they're smart, they'll keep listening and adjust course when needed. Because right now, WUWA isn't losing trust, it's earning it. So why is Wuthering Waves still gaining ground? Because it's taking charge. It's a game that is built with passion, with genuine love, not just of money but sincere love for the game, for the genre, and its player base. People are drawn to a game that learns, adapts, and answers criticism with conviction. A game that makes its fans and players part of the development process. What we're witnessing isn't the resurgence of an underdog, it's the emergence of a new standard. Wuthering Waves isn't simply trying to be a Genshin killer, it's becoming the masterclass in how to build a modern game, responsive, player focused, and unapologetically ambitious. Every patch, every community response, every marketing push has become a statement. WUWA rises not from pity, but from power, like a flaming phoenix cutting across the gacha landscape with intent, confidence, and spectacle. And that's the point. Wuthering Waves isn't rising from failure. It's charging ahead from a position of strength. It's breaking records, commanding global attention, and proving that a game built on player trust and smart evolution can lead the gacha industry. This isn't a redemption arc. It's a momentum story fueled not by desperation but by bold design, community respect, and consistent delivery. It's beloved because it won't give up. Every critique, every challenge only sharpens its resolve and shows just how far it's already come and how much farther it's ready to lead. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss future contents. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.